What the heck is an Instant Pot Smart Wi-Fi? What does it do? And most importantly, who should buy it? Today on the Spicy Apron Cooking Show, I'm going to answer all of those questions. Are you guys ready for the latest and greatest Instant Pot yet? It is the Instant Pot Smart Wi-Fi. So it's functionally very similar to all of the other Instant Pots out there. It allows you to cook fabulous, wonderful food in a fraction of the time, but it's also Wi-Fi. So what does that mean exactly? And more importantly, what does that do for you? Just like the name implies, the Instant Pot Smart Wi-Fi connects to your Wi-Fi, and then you access it through your smartphone. Now it works with Android and iPhone, and I know that for a fact because I love my Android and my husband has an iPhone, and we've connected it with both of those, and it works flawlessly with both phones, so no worries there. So why the heck would you even want that? Well, a couple of reasons. Okay, a lot of reasons. When you download the Instant Pot app to your phone, now if you have an Instant Pot Wi-Fi, you will have another selection that says add my devices. So when your device is added, you will have full access on your phone wherever you are, and that is the difference between being Bluetooth connected versus Wi-Fi connected. Bluetooth, you have to be within a certain range. Sometimes it's 10 feet, sometimes they claim it's 100 feet. But then once you're out of range, you no longer have communication with your pot. With Wi-Fi, guys, you can be anywhere. You can be 50 miles away, you can be a mile away, you can be sitting on your couch watching TV, and you're still going to have access to your Instant Pot. Now, what does that mean, access to your Instant Pot? Well, you guys probably know this by now. I am a member of the Instant Pot Facebook group, which is huge. And there's a question that you see over and over and over on that group. And the question is, can I leave my house or even the room once my pot has come to pressure? And the answer is you can, but a lot of people are not comfortable with that, and they're constantly checking to make sure, did it come to pressure? Is it in warm mode? How much time do I have left? Well, now when you got your phone with you, and let's face it, who doesn't have their phone with them like all the time, right? When you get your phone with you, you look on the app, you look on my devices, and it will tell you exactly what's going on with your pot. It will tell you if it's cooking, if it's coming to pressure, and guys, it even tells you if you get that dreaded burn notification, which we all hate, and frankly, we've probably all had at one point or another. But you'll absolutely know what's going on with your pot simply by looking at your phone. But it's beyond that. You can also control it with your phone. Now, why the heck would anybody want to do that? Well, guys, if you're anything like everybody I know, you're busy. You want to come home, maybe throw some food in the pot, and then you want to go do something else without having to babysit your pot. You might take the dog for a walk. Or you might go to the gym. Or sit by the pool and have a glass of wine. I vote for the glass of wine option myself. So if you're going to do these things, you might not necessarily know when you'll be done, how long you'll be out. So what you can do is you put all your food in your pot, you lock it down, you leave the house. When you know, hey, I've got about another 20 minutes, 40 minutes, hour and a half left, you pick up your phone, you pull up the app, you find your pot, and you hit start. And then no matter where you are, at the mall or doing laundry, your pot will start and it will do everything you've told it to do. It is all controlled within the app. And that gives you tons of not only freedom, flexibility, but also peace of mind. You can just kind of check and say, oh yeah, great, it came to pressure and it's got 19 minutes left. Now, the other very cool thing that it does is, if you're familiar with the Instant Pot app, you know it's loaded with tons of great recipes. Most of those recipes are actually pre-programmed, so you can just push a button and your Instant Pot Smart Wi-Fi knows exactly what to do. Now I'm going to do a demonstration with it in another video, so keep your eye out for that. I will put a link to it below when it's available. But in the meantime, let me tell you how it works. You pull up your app, you pull up a recipe that you want to make, and you scroll through it and you start following the instructions. And then when it comes time to put the lid on and start your pot, it'll say cook now, and you cook it, and all the presets are already set. So you don't even have to pick, do I cook it on meat mode, or do I use the bean function, or do I do low pressure or high pressure? It'll pick it all for you. It will set the time for you. It's amazing. You really don't even have to think about it. Amazing. Now, the other feature that I love with it being connected to Wi-Fi is when you plug it in, it automatically sets the time for you on the display. Now, the display will go off when you're not using your pot, but when you're using it, the display will come on. The time will be automatically set because it's connected to Wi-Fi. And that is a great feature because let's say you know you're going to be home from work at 6 o'clock and the dinner you're making takes 40 minutes to make. You can set the timer to begin at 5:20. You don't have to go and backtrack -3 hours, -2 hours. You simply set the time on the app on your phone. You pick, I want it to start at 5:20. And because this has a clock, it will know exactly when to start coming. So you don't have to do that calculation in your head. And like, I don't know, maybe you're off by an hour when you do the calculation like I did once. And that function only comes with the Instant Pot Wi-Fi. All right, so now that you know what it is, what it does, why it's awesome, the last question is really who should buy it? It isn't for everybody, there's no question. It is one of the more expensive pots, and that's for a reason. It has a ton of technology. In fact, it also has a super advanced microchip in it that highly regulates the pressure and the temperature. So it really does keep it exactly where it needs to be throughout the entire cooking process. But who should buy it? Well, if you are really busy and you like the idea of coming home, throwing stuff in, and then running out and getting other stuff done, and not having to worry about, do I need to sit here and watch my pot? This is the pot for you. If you like cool things, this is the pot for you. And if you like the latest and greatest of anything that's out, this Instant Pot Smart Wi-Fi is the pot for you. And just a reminder, I am putting out a how-to video very soon. It'll show you how to connect it because I'm going to be honest with you, the instructions are not totally awesome. It took me twice to go through it to make sure it was connected correctly. Once I did that, it's been absolutely flawless. Perfect. And I will also show you how to access and set and cook all of the recipes that you want to cook directly from your phone, whether you're out sitting by the pool or walking your dog. You've got it covered. So with as many things as the Instant Pot Smart Wi-Fi does do, there are a couple of things that it doesn't do that you should be aware of. One of those is that if you're cooking a recipe and when it comes to pressure and the recipe is done cooking, it will not release the steam. That is for obvious safety reasons. So if you're out doing whatever you're doing and you've got someone at home looking at the pot wondering when the heck is this going to be done and all of a sudden the steam releases, that would be bad. So they intentionally do not allow the steam to release when you're not here. You still have to physically turn the knob to get the steam to release, which frankly is good. The other thing to keep in mind is if you're following a recipe that requires you to saute something, it does kind of go without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway, that you have to be here physically to do the saute part. Then when you lock the lid down, you can walk away, and whenever you're ready to start it, you can start it. And again, you can start it by a timer, or you can physically start it from your phone no matter where you are. Now, if you are in the market for your first Instant Pot, or your second, or I don't know, you've lost count like I have. If you look behind me, I have a few. This really ought to be on your I'm going to check it out list. It's got tons of extra features that over time, the more you use them, the more you're going to get dependent on them. So keep that in mind. I hope you enjoy your Instant Pot Smart Wi-Fi. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. I am happy to answer them all. And if you want more Instant Pot information or recipes, do hit that subscribe button because I've got a lot of them on my site and I also have a lot more coming. Thanks for watching the Spicy Apron Cooking Show and happy cooking.